What's going on, guys? This is TrendKiLL, and welcome back to another Borderlands character build guide. Today, as you can see, we're going to be taking a look at Brick, or the tank of the group, the Berserker, if you will. And you can see here that I prefer to use Brick with shotguns as my main gun. I figure he's a fist-type guy. He's going to be up in your face tanking or berserking anyway. Why not, when he comes out of his berserk mode, why not be ready with a shotgun? So that's how I choose to play him. You can see that my second most used gun is combat rifles. That's because he's got a combat kind of tier, or he's got special things that work with combat rifles. And I played most of the game with Brick with Andrew, so I was more of the tank, so I stayed up close with shotguns. Regardless, that's not important. That's just how I chose to play him. And you can see that I choose to play him with my Berserker class mod. It's going to give you more melee damage and bullet damage resistance. So that is how I like to play the game, and I'm going to show you my build here. Obviously, we've got to grab Berserk, otherwise we can't get anything else. The first thing I would do is probably go 5 out of 5 in Hardened, and then go 5 out of 5 in Juggernaut. That's going to give you a lot of survivability. And when you're up close with shotguns and fists and stuff like that, you're going to need it. Now, at this point, if you're still dying a lot, if you're just not getting the hang of it, you may want to come down and go 5 out of 5 in Payback, and then 5 out of 5 in Unbreakable. However, if you are doing fine and you're not dying a lot, skip this step and then come over and start into the Brawler tree. Now, basically, at this point, you're going to have a 60% extra maximum health. You're going to have 50% more damage resistance. You're going to have a 40% damage bonus after your shields break. Excuse me. So for 10 seconds after your shields break, you're going to get more damage, and when your shield's depleted, you gain 5 seconds of powerful shield regeneration. So your shield's going to start regenerating. You're going to regenerate 15 shield strength per second for 5 seconds, which obviously, you math guys out there, that is 75 extra shield that you're going to regenerate. So not only is your shield going to break, then you're going to do more damage, it's also going to replenish itself up to 75%. That's a really good combo. Then you're going to head over into the Brawler tree over here. You're going to grab 5 out of 5 in Iron Fist. I also like to grab 5 out of 5 in Endless Rage. Those are the two most important perks in this tree. At least Endless Rage is by far the most important. So you may want to even grab Endless Rage first, then grab Iron Fist. You don't have to grab Iron Fist. You may want to come down and grab Heavy Handed first. That's going to give you an extra 60% melee, melee damage, whereas this is only going to give you 30%. But this is going to only do it when you kill an enemy. So assuming that you kill an enemy and you're continually killing enemies, you're going to get more benefit out of Heavy-Handed versus Iron Fist, except Iron Fist is a lesser melee damage, but it's a permanent buff. Then I like to grab Short Fuse, Berserk cooldown reduced by a total of 30 seconds. Then I like to grab Blood Sport. It's going to regenerate your health, while you're berserking. Killing an enemy is going to regenerate your health up to 10%. So you kill 5 enemies in Berserk mode, you're going to regenerate 50% health. At this point, you're pretty much done. I'm going to come over in the Blaster tree, and you can choose to either grab Endowed or Rapid Reload. I kind of like to go with Rapid Reload. It doesn't matter what you go with. Endowed is going to be strictly if you're going to use your explosive, your explosive thing, whatever this is called. Explosive punch. Oops, wow, look at me. Can't even hit the right button. Your explosive punch, I guess it is. Yeah. So if you're going to be using your explosive punch, you may want to go with Endow. That's going to give you an extra 15% explosive damage. I like to go Rapid Reload. Get 5 out of 5 in Rapid Reload, and then I come down and get the next 5 out of 5 in Revenge. However, I do not have enough points because I stopped playing at 58 after I beat the game twice. So basically what you're doing is this is a strictly offensive build. There's not a lot of defense going into this. So we're going to have 60% more health, we're going to have 50% more damage resistance, and we're going to have 40% more damage plus 15% shield strength regen per second for 5 seconds with Unbreakable. Over in your Brawler tree, we're going to do 30% more damage permanently. We're going to do 50% more Berserk duration, and your Berserk lasts for, I can't remember. I have to look that up. But your Berserk lasts for a decent amount already, plus 50% now, and during that, when you kill an enemy, actually, period, when you kill an enemy, you're going to do 60% more melee damage, but that's only going to matter in your Berserk. Your Short Fuse is going to reduce your cooldown of your Berserk by 30 seconds, and your Bloodsport is going to heal you. So, With that being said, you're going to do probably 80% of your kills with your gun and 20% with your fist with your Berserk mode. So you don't want to completely neglect the blaster tree, especially with when you've got a 30% recoil reduction and a 20% reload speed, as well as an extra 50% damage. This revenge also works with fists. Fists count as weapons. So when you kill somebody in your Berserk mode, you will do extra damage with your fists as well. So it just continues to add on top of each other, and it's a really, really cool build. Now, this is a solo build. If you're going to be playing with other people, you may want to focus on Safeguard. You may want to focus on Bash. That way you get a little crowd control and you last longer. You also may want to focus on Die Hard. That's going to give you a health bonus on Revive, and you're going to have more time to be revived so that your partner can actually get to you. So if you guys have any questions about this build, obviously let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Make sure you leave anything in the comments below. That way, if you have any questions, I can hopefully answer them. If you guys do something differently, like a lot of people like Sting Like a Bee, that's going to give you a dash on your punch. I don't use that, but you surely can. That's going to help close the gap between you and the enemy, and it does really help if you're going to focus more on Berserk. What I'm doing here is more like a 75 gun, 25% Berserk mode, but your Berserk is very powerful when you use it. You use your Berserk as like an oh shit button, I need to heal, plus I need to slaughter about 10 guys in one little room. So if you guys have any questions, obviously leave them in the comments below, and I'll do what I can to help you. So other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to put together the next episode featuring the viewer, Element Mystic. That's coming very shortly. And beyond that, got a Let's Play coming up featuring a very special guest, which I think you guys will enjoy. So if you guys have any questions, again, leave them in the comments below. And until next time, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, guys. See ya.